For me, it's just pure excitement.
We've got folks from all over the world here.
They go really fast and they're really fun.
The boat is really simple to sail. It's a great, really competitive class.
It's a family sport. You get to have your parents and your siblings sailing together. It's pretty fun.
You have guys from the teens up to 70s out there competing.
Fierce competition on the water and great friends ashore.
I just love it. It's the camaraderie as much as the sailing.
This is our family reunion every year. It's awesome.
Welcome to the Hobie Cat Way of Life. The sandy beaches of Lewis, Delaware on the Atlantic Ocean provide the perfect venue for 100 Hobie 16 enthusiasts who are here to compete for the annual North American Championship. The goal is to win the coveted first place trophy and renew the bond these sailors have with their friends and with their boats.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hey, Moderman, come on down here. Listen.
Anticipation is at a high level as the sailors prepare to race. These are people who know how to work hard and play hard.
Excited about another day on the water.
We roughly have about 3,500 members worldwide, and we're probably have members in about 40 countries.
I had a lightning when I first started sailing, and I saw a Hobie Cat go past our lot while I was mowing the grass, and I fixed the lightning up and sold it and bought a Hobie.
I tried some monohulls, but it didn't really get me excited enough to want to do it. So my brother had a Hobie 16, and he said, hey, why don't you try this? And I did, and I said, wow, this is a lot of fun.
It's such a camaraderie among the sailors here. You look at how much everybody helps, and there are very few people here that have secrets that they hold back from everybody. Everybody shares all the knowledge, because the faster you make everybody around you, the faster you'll become also.
One thing about this group, when you come here and you have a question, you can ask anybody, and they'll answer them for you, and they'll come over and help you. And it's the greatest group of people I've ever met.
It's not a very expensive class to get started with. I mean, a brand new boat all up is a little over $10,000. If you want to get in entry-level boats, you can find entry-level boats much less expensive than that.
When did you start sailing Hobie Cats?
When the first one came out. My sail number is 335.
How long ago was that?
When the 16 came out in 71, I believe, 72. I had one of the first boats.
The Hobie Cat story starts as a surfing story. In the early 1950s, young Hobie Alter, a California surfing enthusiast, began making custom surfboards out of balsa wood in his Dana Point, California workshop. When quality balsa wood became scarce, Alter began using polyurethane foam to build the boards. Hobie also created a land version of his surfboard, becoming the first mass producer of skateboards. Eventually, Hobie Alter and his surfing buddies became interested in catamarans. They thought it would be cool to launch their boats from the beach. They created a hull sturdy enough to sail through the surf. Legend has it that Hobie Alter, along with surfing buddy Sandy Banks, drew the Hobie Cat design in the sand. In 1965, Alter built the first Hobie Cat. It was a lightweight, fast, maneuverable, twin-hulled boat that could be sailed and easily righted by one person. Unlike other contemporary catamarans, this design did not use dagger boards, which meant you could sail right off the beach and return safely. The concept was revolutionary. In 1967, the new Hobie Cat company started mass producing the Hobie 14 catamaran. It was a simple design that could be easily disassembled for transport, and it retailed for under $1,000. In 1971, Alter added a jib and room for a second person. He introduced the Hobie 16. Hobie Cat has also produced a number of other catamaran designs, a monohull, and even a powerboat. The Enduri Hobie 16 is the most popular of the designs. Hobie Alter was honored in 2011 for his impressive achievements when he was inducted into the inaugural class of the National Sailing Hall of Fame. The Hobie Cat is more than a boat. The culture of this class is a lifestyle. All good, man. At the core of the Hobie lifestyle is a sense of family. Whether you're related by blood or you only see Hobie friends once a year, there's a special bond among the members of this class. The family theme is a thread that runs deep.
We're a very family-friendly group. The Hobie 16 in particular, and really all the Hobie dip boats, all are kind of weight sensitive, and the 16 really appeals to hit the sweet spot with either the male-female team or the father-child team, and you see a lot of that here this week.
We started sailing with my dad back in '76, and the whole thing about the Hobie Way of Life, that's kind of, to other people it sounds kind of schmaltzy, but it truly is.
I started on Hobie 14, my dad bought me many years ago, and I just fell in love with it.
I love seeing the youth sailors out here, and I've been doing this long enough that I've seen kids, 5 years old, and now they're beating me on the course.
It's the family and fun factor. We all know each other. I've been doing this for just over 20 years, and I'm still one of the new guys.
I started off at a pretty young age with my dad sailing. So, in fact, our whole family was involved growing up. My mother used to run the bridge. My dad used to sail with us, and whenever my sister, I've got two younger sisters, and whenever my sister and I capsized, my dad would come over and help us right the boat. So it was a very tight family knit.
We literally have friends all over the world because of the Hobie family and the Hobie Cats and the multi-hulls. So it's just exciting.
And exciting doesn't begin to describe the feeling when the wind pipes up.
It's pretty exhilarating. As the puff hits you, you feel the whole transom of the boat lift up and accelerate. So your heart skips a beat for a split second until you know you've got it under control. So it was pretty exciting. We surfed some nice waves.
Is it hard work out there?
Yeah, it's hard to keep the boat going. Downwind was a little more comfortable. Upwind was hard to really keep the boat going fast. The waves wanted to launch you all the time, so you had to sort of steer up and then kind of steer back down. It was just hard to keep the boat settled and going fast.
Would you say this is the essence of Hobie 16 sailing?
This is challenging sailing. This is definitely what Hobie 16 sailors love.
I am ready to race.
Racing a Hobie 16 is the essence of fun on the water. Nearly 100 Beach Cat sailors, some from as far away as Guatemala and California, arrive at the Lewis Yacht Club in Delaware for the Hobie 16 North American Championship. With 5 scheduled days of racing and wind forecasted to range from light zephyrs to near gale force, these sailors will be challenged. The ultimate champion will have earned the victory.
You got to have the boat speed out of the gate, make that going fast. And then picking the right side of the course, and sometimes it's a little bit of luck of the draw too involved. Conditions change out there, you got to be willing to shift gears. And so I want to spend the time, make sure we have our rigging just right, especially because none of these guys are going to give us any easy quarter. Laura and I have been sailing together for about 12 years. We've got a Hobie family, a bunch of our friends from around the country and around the world, and this is the best racing around. So we wanted to match up against the best, measure how we're doing, and then take it back home.
All I can say is if you are thinking twice of what you want to do, you missed it.
It was a good day. Our first race, we actually won the first race, which was phenomenal. Very exciting to win a national race with my daughter. I think that's one for the books.
The A mark is 0.7 nautical miles from the canoe boat.
On the second day of racing, the wind goes light. These conditions are mentally demanding.
The light air hurts your brain, I think. The heavy air hurts your body. Light air hurts your brain.
Which is harder?
Light air. Light air.
We had such a nice lead, and then all of a sudden we died, and they get the breeze behind you and start moving underneath, and then we get some breeze, and then you're going, okay, well, it might work now, but it's all good.
A rugged Atlantic northeaster halts racing with blustery 35-knot winds and big waves pounding the beach. After the weather delay, better weather returns and Mother Nature puts her best foot forward. Nice 14 to 18 knot winds are perfect Hobie 16 conditions. The sailors are ready to give it their all.
Looks good. Finally a good day to sail.
Paul Hess was trying to get me to come out to the regatta, and I had a dozen excuses why I didn't want to come, and he kept eliminating the excuses, and Terry
He
was one
told
of
me, he said, I'll find you a skipper, I'll find you a boat, it'll be great, you gotta come. And he told him, I'll find you a boat, I'll find you a crew, you gotta come.
Where are you from?
I live in the Virgin Islands now.
Hobie Cats evolved from a long history of multi-hull sailing. These speedy sailboats date back to the early Polynesians who used catamarans to move cargo and people between islands. The reason for a cat's speed is the combination of lightweight, narrow hulls that feature little drag through the water and a powerful sail plan. To race these boats efficiently, crews must work together as a team by coordinating the position of the bodies while adjusting sail trim and carefully steering the boat through the waves. The top crews are completely in tune with the wind and the water. There's a wide range of ages of top competitors. Spending time in the class is very helpful. The Hobie 16 requires good athleticism to be successful. When everything's working well, these boats are a joy to sail. Many sailors simply go day sailing for fun. In a blow, they can be a handful, but they're also easy to right after a capsize. Every Hobie Cat sailor will smile and admit to capsizing at some point in their careers. It's all part of the total experience. As we watch these Hobie 16s compete, it's interesting to note that the founder of the New York Yacht Club, John Cox Stevens, sailed his own catamaran in the mid-1800s. He had a colorful name for his boat, Double Trouble. The Hobie lifestyle doesn't end when the sails are furled. Off the water, this is a tight-knit, friendly, and accessible group. Many have packed up their boats and motorhomes and traveled across the country to enjoy the beachfront, sailing competition, and the social aspect of the Hobie 16 class.
We brought a motorhome from California. We brought Paul Hess's boat with us, so it's really simple.
That sounds like a big project to me.
No, it's easy. We double stack them and haul along.
We love using our vacation this way. The competition and the parties and the socials, it's a great way to spend a week or a weekend.
Yeah, there's morning coffee, hang out in the boat park a little bit, talk a little bit of strategy, maybe a little bit of smack, the barroom karate at the end of the day. To talk, I was coming like this, you were coming like this.
Any other competitions, then you keep it to yourself. But out here, we are friends, family. We're in your water, then we respect each other, and then we come out here, we hang out, and that's what we like the most about Hobie Cat.
The camaraderie among Hobie sailors is special. Every year, newcomers are welcome to the class. The racing is competitive. For some, the learning curve is steep, but the veterans are always available to lend a hand. Sailing is a sport that connects the generations. For these sailors, it's a way of life. Hobie sailing provides great value, top competition, and most importantly, a lot of fun.
I started off in the Hobie class as a kid when Hobie first brought the boats out, and then I went off in other sailing directions over the years and have come back to it. I'm glad I have. This is my favorite place to be.
That's what I like about it, is that it's really a lifetime sport. You can do it forever. You see some of the guys out here, they're pretty old.
It's such a friendly sport. It's something it's family oriented. We've got kids in here, and you can keep doing this even when you're old farts like us. And
this has been a great experience, and we're getting a lot of tips. Friendly folks here. It's really nice to be part of this whole environment.
Just a close-knit group of great sailors and great friends, and I think that's what keeps us all coming back.
I can imagine that Hobie sailing will be part of my life forever.
There's a Hobie Cat ready for you to sail. Join the fun.